Shalom Aleichem. I want to share with you a short message, a deep insight from our Parsha, which I think can guide us and help us to tackle some of the challenges that we face in life on a daily basis. At the end of the Parsha, Aaron HaKohen passes away. This follows after Miriam has already passed away. And when it comes to Aaron, this is really a cataclysmic event for the Jewish people. Aaron was Ohev Shalom for Odev Shalom. He was beloved. He was the Ish Chesed. He was the one who wore the Urim v'Tumim representing all of Am Yisrael. And we're told that when the Jewish people see that he passes away, Vayiru kol edah ki gava Aaron vayivku et Aaron shloshim yom kol Beit Yisrael. The entirety of the Jewish people mourn and eulogize the loss of Aaron HaKohen. Contrast this with Moshe Rabbeinu's death, which happens at the end of Sefer Devarim. There it says, Vayivku b'nei Yisrael Moshe. The Jewish people cried for Moshe, also for 30 days, but the language here is much stronger. And Rav Hirsch points out the difference between them, and it's sort of obvious, but it needs to be said. Moshe Rabbeinu represents Din. He represents justice. He's the one who sets the rules, the boundaries. He gives the Torah. He's the one who had to tell the Jewish people, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to do this. He had to nudge them and push them to get through the desert for 40 years. The Jewish people don't appreciate Moshe Rabbeinu all that much. When it comes to Aaron, who was beloved, who was warm, who was accepting, he was sensitive, he was empathic, they really felt his loss in a different way. It does not mean that Moshe Rabbeinu's contribution was anything less than Aaron's. It's just that it was harder for people to appreciate that. And even the Jewish people sort of appreciated Aaron more so than Moshe, as it says, Vayivku kol Beit Yisrael. But this is an important lesson in life. Sometimes the person who has to say no, which is Moshe Rabbeinu in this case, or the parent who's got to be the one who sets the rules, or the teacher, or the madrich, or the katzin, or the mefaked, who has to be the one who says no, often that person might receive less appreciation, but what they're doing is just as important, even if people don't always appreciate it or love it as much. That's the first point. The second point, Rav Hirsch points out, is that if you look just a few psukim beforehand, the Jewish people were complaining to Moshe and Aaron, this is terrible, this is miserable, no water, no food. And now suddenly they're mourning for Aaron for 30 days. What happened? What changed? And Rav Hirsch points out that the Jewish people, they realized that their initial reaction to lack of water and food was sort of childish and immature. And they hadn't actually thought through what they were doing. It was this sort of just gut response. But now, when their da'ato is yoter miyushevet, when they're a little bit calmer and more settled, they realize, wow, we really appreciate Aaron and by extension Moshe Rabbeinu so much. And it's just such an important thing that sometimes in life something happens, something's thrown at us, something doesn't go right, something's changed, something is overturned, and it's frustrating, and we have a very quick and strong reaction. And when we just take the time to think, to pause, to reflect, to breathe in, to sleep the night, we have a different reaction the next day or a few days later. And we see the same thing is true here of Moshe Rabbeinu. So it's so important to make sure that when we respond to things in life, that we're in a place of being reflective, of calm, that we're not just responding at the moment, because we may have a different perspective when we see the big picture than when we're just looking at the particular thing that's bothering us at that particular moment. Such an important life lesson, two lessons in fact. Wishing you a beautiful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.